You absolutely do. Now, tell me which one is the person.
The back, hook or right? No, wait, right or left, either one.
the groundbreaking? We break.
Yes, we break ground, break bread. We ready, Danny?
Just let the students dazzle people.
They're very good. These are so good. Because I'm sure we'll be moving out here again.
No pressure. No pressure.
Don't worry about it. This is what you do. Break right everything.
Sometimes it seems that way.
That was a great line.
Jay speak, we're going to wear our helmets.
Yes, I have a rule: no construction helmets during the speech. Yeah, it's a good rule. Trust
As
me.
soon as we get Bethany in.
Okay.
Bethany? Well, she's right there. She's making her way.
Jay, I do want to tell you later, I met an employee of your plant down in southern Indiana on Saturday.
New Albany?
Daughter to visit.
Yes.
So I will
Excellent.
tell you about that conversation later.
That is great. I would love to hear it. Yes, I think their last name is Philip, right? Philip.
That sounds, I shook a lot of hands.
Yeah, I bet. I bet. Okay, Danny? All righty, everybody. Good afternoon, and welcome to Butler University. My name is Jay Sandu, and on behalf of the Board of Trustees, I am honored to be here with you to celebrate today's historic groundbreaking ceremony. Every day is a great day to be a Bulldog, but today is exceptional. Today's celebration is the culmination of many years of dreaming, planning, fundraising, and sustained commitment to see this project come to life by our faculty, staff, leadership, and community partners. For me personally, I was a biology and physics major. I spent many hours in this building. It is special, and I've been on the Board of Trustees for over 16 years, so I've had the pleasure of seeing so much growth on this campus. But today's groundbreaking is truly meaningful because it is the largest single investment in the history of Butler University. So, round of applause to all of you for making that happen. This decision speaks to the magnitude of our confidence in the quality of the teaching and learning that will take place within these buildings. A renovated and expanded science complex opens the door for our outstanding faculty to teach to the science of the future. And we simply can't imagine the kinds of life-changing experiences and groundbreaking discoveries that might take place in these walls in the years to come. I want to take a moment to say a special welcome and thank you to our construction partners, BSA Life Structures, Browning Day, Mullen, Deerdorf, Kripe, Happy Engineers, and Pepper Construction, who are here with us today. If you're here, We would also like to thank Fink Roberts and Petree Structural Engineers and Design 27 as partners in this project. It is now my pleasure to invite to the podium the Dean of College of Liberal Arts and Sciences, Jay Howard. Jay?
Thank you, Jay, and thank you to each of you for taking the time to be here this afternoon to commemorate what is truly a historic occasion. And I know that I speak for all of the faculty and staff in the College of Liberal Arts and Sciences when I say we're excited to be here putting shovels in the ground for this project, which has been part of a long-term plan for quite a while around here. When I interviewed for the dean's job in January 2010, I was informed that the renovation and expansion of our science facilities was the top strategic priority for both the College of Liberal Arts and Sciences and Butler University. We made it. We're here. I also led the original Commission on the Sciences that began in December of 2010 that was charged with the planning and research for what the space might look like. I was then also involved in the second rendition of the Commission on the Sciences, along with many of my esteemed colleagues who are here today. And I can personally attest to the tremendous amount of planning and dreaming that has gone into preparing this project. We benefited from lessons learned during visits to numerous newly opened university science facilities throughout the Midwest, as well as visits to the labs of some of the major life sciences employers in central Indiana. In particular, I recall driving through a January snowstorm with Drs. Salisbury and O'Reilly to tour a new facility at the University of Notre Dame. There were moments we weren't sure we were going to make it back, but we did. Over the past decade, enrollment in our science disciplines has increased 71%. We've simply outgrown the spaces that we occupy in Gallahue Hall and elsewhere on campus. In many instances, our faculty have been forced to make teaching decisions based on what the space will allow instead of what's in the best interest of student learning. Now, with 94,000 square feet of renovated and new space through this project, we'll be able to improve our pedagogy in exciting new ways through interdisciplinary collaborations that allow for creative interactions between students and faculty. The project gives our faculty greater freedom in developing a curriculum that is cutting edge and reflective of what our students will encounter in professional settings after they graduate from Butler. Of course, the quality of facilities is important, but there will only be beautiful buildings without the people who fill these spaces and bring them to life. Our students and our faculty are the heart and soul of this project, and the doors of opportunity that are going to be open to them by these renovated and expanded spaces are the reason why we're gathered here today. So with that, I'd like to introduce one of our students and one of our faculty members, each of whom will personally benefit from the project. Madison Unger is a sophomore biochemistry major from Terre Haute, Indiana. She will be followed by Assistant Professor of Biological Sciences, Dr. Sean Berthrom. Sean came to Butler because of our commitment to outstanding teaching and the opportunity to engage undergraduate students in research and the discovery of new knowledge. Sean is in his 6th year at Butler and looking forward to a long career in new spaces. But first, please welcome Madison.
Thank you, Dean Howard. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm so excited to be here and so glad that you're here to help me celebrate this incredible new renovation project for Butler University. As Dean Howard mentioned, my name is Madison Unger. I'm a sophomore here at Butler and majoring in biochemistry. As a student of the College of Liberal Arts and Sciences, I spend a lot of time in Gallahue Hall. From experiments in my labs to attending lectures by my amazing professors or to studying in the science library on the 2nd floor, my education depends on what's inside these walls of the building right behind me. With the renovation and repurposing of Gallahue, I'll be able to grow and improve my education significantly. The new cutting-edge research and teaching labs, along with teaching classrooms, will allow students like me to be introduced to advancements in the fields of chemistry, biology, and all the others. With the new study areas, my peers and I can connect on new levels of instruction and be the best students possible for our future. Science students like me flourish with collaborative workspaces and classrooms like the ones that will be implemented in this new project. With the upgraded building of Gallahue and Holcomb, there's a guaranteed environment of success and achievement for all present and future science students. And as a current sophomore, I will be fortunate to enjoy the new renovations for a year. But the current first-year students and all the students to come, they will thrive in this atmosphere. Not only will the science students benefit from this new science building, but Butler as well as a whole will benefit. Innovation such as this project attracts students from across the world with hopes of receiving the best education possible. And because of this, Butler will be recognized as the cutting-edge university it is and will draw the best and brightest students in. I would now like to take this time to thank our donors and investors for this science expansion and renovation project. None of this would be possible without your generosity and your trust in Butler students. The students of Butler will have a greater chance for success and a greater sense of pride towards this institute. Thank you all for investing not only in a new innovative building, but for investing in my education. Now, please welcome Assistant Professor Sean Berthrong.
It's happening. I didn't think I'd see this. So I want to take a second to thank Dean Howard for that nice introduction, and thank you very much for Madison for speaking for the students, because ultimately it's going to be the students who benefit the most from this project for now and years to come. I'd also like to thank Provost Morris and the first and second commissions on the sciences. For those of you who don't know, they've been working, again, for a better part of 10 years to make this renovation happen. And I'm particularly thankful to the senior faculty on those commissions, because well, they did all the hard work, but it's really going to be the junior faculty and the students who are going to be able to benefit the most.
Certainly the investment we're making in science is critical. The investment we made in the business school and the way those intersect innovation and technology is really going to keep pushing Butler to the very forefront of educational institutions in our area. And we're lucky to be able to collaborate with the Lillys and the Roches and all the other companies that are hiring our students. And because of that collaboration with donors, we've been very fortunate to make this happen. Back in 2013, and this is special thanks to our advancement group, which has been instrumental in getting us to this point as well, we had a meeting up at the Richard M. Fairbanks Foundation. At the time, the CEO was Len Bentley. And we were making a proposal. I think, Jay, you might have been with me. We just took Jay everywhere for the last 20 years. And Jay probably remembers this story. They told me to ask for $5 million, and I asked for $10 million. I think Len kind of stepped back a bit, if we remember it. But by God, he came through, and we are so grateful to Fairbanks Foundation to give us that shot in the arm to make this a reality and get it beyond the talking stage. And then when their new CEO, Claire Fidian Green, joined, we had a meeting, I think probably less than a year ago, and again talked about how grateful we were. And oh, by the way, could we see if we could get some more support? And lo and behold, if Claire then stepped forward and say, we're going to supply another $3 million. So $13 million of this project is thanks to the foundation. So we're very grateful. And with that, I'm going to allow Claire Fidian Green to make some comments on behalf of our collaborative partners out in the community. Claire?
Thank you so much, Jim. Yeah. Thank you, Jim, and good afternoon, everyone. I'm so pleased to be here representing the board and staff of the Richard M. Fairbanks Foundation on this gorgeous afternoon. I'm glad it's today and not yesterday when it was 95 degrees. Many of you know that our founder, Dick Fairbanks, was a leader and innovator in radio and television broadcasting. He owned and operated radio and cable television stations around the country. He was a native Hoosier, and he was very involved in professional and civic and cultural organizations, including here at Butler University. In 1986, Dick established the Richard M. Fairbanks Foundation to benefit the people of Indianapolis, where his family had prospered for over a century. He intentionally didn't articulate any specific details for the foundation other than it should exist in perpetuity, benefit the people of Indianapolis, and have something to do with health. Beyond that, he left it up to the trustees to oversee his generous contributions. He also expressed an interest in a select number of organizations with which he or his family were personally involved, and one of those, of course, was Butler University. He was an active trustee for 11 years. He was then a trustee emeritus, and he also received an honorary degree from Butler. He accepted the invitation to join the Butler board because he felt that Indianapolis needed a strong private university and an institution of higher education to continue to help Indianapolis thrive. And he believed that Butler was the strongest candidate. He believed the university would be of critical importance to Indianapolis, and the foundation is so honored to be able to continue to support Butler on his behalf. Building upon Dick's wishes, today our foundation honors his legacy through our mission to advance the vitality of Indianapolis and the well-being of its people. We strive to achieve that mission by addressing some of the city's biggest challenges and opportunities, like the one we're all here today to celebrate. For example, we know that too many of our students graduate from high school unprepared for college or career, and employers struggle to find a sufficient supply of the talented workforce that they need to be productive. And while Indianapolis is thriving in many ways, thanks to our robust life sciences sector, we know that national and global competition is ever intensifying, and thus that threatens the future vitality of our city. Overcoming these great challenges will require strong community partnerships and collaborations, and the relationship that the foundation has with Butler University is an example of the kind of partnership that can make a real difference in our community. The foundation's $13 million grant for this project represents our continued commitment to advance our mission and to continue to support Butler University. The new sciences complex will enhance and expand Butler's ability to deliver science education, as you heard from a current student and faculty member and the dean, and thus ensure the next generation of leaders, thinkers, and doers understand the scientific approach needed to solve any problem. It will also equip the next generation of policymakers industry leaders, and individual citizens with the necessary skills and mindset to address the significant challenges of their day as they strive to improve the condition of our city and our world. As we seek to tackle the pressing issues facing education, health, and the vitality of Indianapolis, we know the answers will come from the type of students and faculty that this building will prepare and support. And that's why we're so proud to invest in this historic project at Butler University. Thank you so much. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Kate Morris, and I serve as Provost and Vice President for Academic Affairs here at Butler University. And Claire, I'd like to again reiterate our words of gratitude to you and the Foundation for the transformative impact you are having on this project and all of the students and the faculty and staff who will benefit from it for years and years to come. In addition to the transformative gift from the Fairbanks Foundation, we have had 7 lead donors, each of whom have given over $500,000 towards this effort, and thus far a total of 351 donors who have made gifts and commitments totaling $29.5 million towards this project thus far. Many of you are here in the audience, and I would like to thank you for your support. If you've heard me speak before about this project, you know that I'm about to tell you that Gallahue Hall was opened the same year that the handheld calculator was first introduced. And although, due to the generosity of many of our trustees, we have actually done some upgrades to the building, but it has not had any sort of major renovation since the time that it was opened in 1973. If you think about what it's like to teach students to do research and to learn when your facility is the equivalent of the original handheld calculator, you start to understand a little bit of the challenge that our faculty and staff and students in the sciences have faced. This is the beginning of my 24th year at Butler. I was a psychology faculty member, and my lab was in Gallahue Hall. I never taught in Gallahue Hall, but enough of my experience was there that I really feel for the faculty who have lived in this building, and I'm so excited that we all will have better facilities that will take us into the future. I have to say, not only is President Danko correct that there are so many faculty in the audience, we have emeriti faculty who have returned, and this gets to Sean's point. It's not just about the new and young faculty, but the more senior faculty. We so have wanted this for those who follow us. It's really wonderful to see everybody here. So with this project, we are giving our science faculty the teaching labs, and the research labs, and the offices, and the departmental suites that you have deserved for a long, long time. And to the students, represented by Madison, the students of the future, we're giving them the teaching environments and the learning environments that they deserve now and into the future. So I'm really excited about this project, and I think with that, it's time to get a move on to the ceremonial groundbreaking. So I would like to ask those who have joined me in speaking today to move on to that. Thank you.
I have no idea how this works.
I am between Sean, you're on the far left. I'm sort of Provost Moore and Madison. Very good. I don't think we just stick it in the You got the photo? Okay. Okay. 3. Okay, guys. Yeah. 2, 1. All right. What's the rule politicians always say about not getting a picture with a hat on? So much for that. Well, once again, thank you for everyone for coming here to celebrate this great occasion. As Kate mentioned, Gallu Hall was opened in 1973, which is the same year the handheld calculator was introduced. So we have gifts for all of you that will remind you of how far we've come and how far we still have to go. Beyond that, we for the rest of the people who are involved in the picture parties, please move over here. And then all of you are invited to a reception in, where is it? It is second floor of the Fairbanks building. So please come join and let's celebrate.